Just don't eat, get rid of your phone, sell your car. That's literally the kind of advice I've been seeing about how to budget better right now. And at that point, that's not even budgeting anymore. That's just removing your entire quality of life just to survive. Like, when did the solution become cutting everything out of your life instead of questioning why it takes this much just to live? Because I don't think that people are wrong for feeling like something is just not working anymore.
The reason I think we're in a recession is I just bought some cleaning products. The math isn't mathing. If someone's making minimum wage, if they're making $15 an hour, they're having to work over 1 hour, sometimes 2 hours, just to buy one box of trash bags. And if they want this multi-pack of Scrub Daddies, that's almost an hour of work. The math isn't mathing. These rubber gloves, that's just under an hour of work. So just to buy basic necessities to clean with, you need like trash bags and like some kind of spray cleaner and maybe some sponges and maybe some dish soap. That's like an entire day's worth of work right there if you're making minimum wage.
And I'm going to tell you right now, you can panic all you want, but everybody ain't got no money. Mostly everybody is broke, everybody is penny pinching, and everybody is robbing Peter to pay Paul. The budget has been budgeted. I done budgeted it all out. I done managed all I could do. I done cut back all I could cut back, and I still ain't got no money. It is what it is.
Hey YouTube, online right now there's this constant conversation about being broke, cutting back, and whether people are just spending wrong or if something bigger is going on with the economy itself. This video goes through a TikTok compilation where people are breaking down their budgets, their stress, and what it actually feels like to try to afford a normal life right now. The main idea is that what gets labeled as quote-unquote bad spending habits might not even be the real issue anymore.
Hey Monica, I'm going to show you a breakdown of my expenses starting July 1st when I lose daycare assistance. So my income is $3,988 a month. My rent is $1,175 a month. My car payment is $399 a month. My car insurance is $107 a month. My gas bill is $37 a month. My electric bill is $120 a month. Daycare is going to cost me $487 a week, which comes out to $2,110 per month. My cell phone bill is $49 per month. All of that adds up to $3,997. That means after I pay just the bare bones bills, I will already be in the negative every single month. I won't be able to pay my internet. I won't be able to put gas in my car. I won't be able to buy groceries. I'm sure there are plenty other bills that I'm forgetting right now. So I don't want to hear that because I make $70,000 before taxes that I shouldn't get daycare assistance. How am I supposed to pay for this?
The economy is so bad right now that people can only afford to buy things if they split the payments up. I feel like that doesn't even help because some of these bills, you can't even split some of these bills up. So then you got half of the people over here who credit cards just shut. And then you got the people over here, they don't even have credit cards because they can't qualify for credit cards. At the other half of the world, people got degrees. I'm talking about going back to school to get degrees. Oh, and by the way, once they graduate from getting the degrees, the only thing that they get in return is the debt that comes with the degrees and not the pay. I seen somewhere where somebody says, we were tricked into doing better and we just got bamboozled. They encouraged us to go get more education, all this other good stuff, knowing that the script was gonna get flipped anyway, and it doesn't matter if you have degrees. Again, the only money that some people really have is on them credit cards. They rack up credit card debt month after month. I just want to say that with that being said, I am trying my best to absolutely not fall into a deep credit card debt hole like a lot of people are experiencing. So let's make another payment to my credit card. The Kiwi Pop app has been saving my life and just helping me stay on track with just making these payments, staying organized. I did actually get some money in today, so we're gonna make a $500 credit card payment to my Discover card. And yeah, because we cannot afford to fall behind in this type of economy.
A lot of older advice online still boils everything down to cutting out Starbucks, eating out, and unnecessary spending. But when you actually listen to people talking, most of them did that years ago. The problem is that essentials like rent, groceries, insurance, and transportation already take up most of their income. So there's not really a world where one coffee habit is changing someone's life financially. It becomes easier to blame small purchases than to look at how big fixed costs have shifted. And that creates this disconnect where advice sounds simple, but doesn't match reality anymore. People aren't really debating luxury spending anymore. They're trying to figure out how basics became expensive. Even things that used to feel quote-unquote optional are now just part of surviving normally. And when everything is framed as a bad choice, it ignores how limited the choices actually are. So the conversation slowly shifts from personal responsibility to structural pressure without people even realizing it.
There is something so dystopian about waking up to find that a trillionaire exists, all while I'm about to be 30 fucking years old, And I had to make the really difficult decision of getting rid of my medical insurance at the beginning of the year because my premiums increased so much that I literally couldn't afford it. It was either that or I don't pay my mortgage. Or the fact that I am a therapist who can't afford my own therapy. I feel like that's a little bit fucked up. Or the fact that like I really wanted to go to Lollapalooza this summer because I'm like, I need fun, I need enjoyment, and I love music. I need this. I need to see Slater live. And I was putting money aside every paycheck to save up for it. But now, because of medical issues that I'm having and I don't have health insurance, I have to put all that money toward my medical bills and hope that it covers it. And I can't go do the fun thing that I wanted to do this summer for my 30th birthday. So that's shitty. But what's crazy is that despite all of this, I am still much more privileged and way better off than like the majority of Americans. And yet there's still somebody out there with $1 trillion. It's insane, you guys. What are we doing? Like, how long are we going to tolerate this before we have to do something? Something's got to give. Because everyone I talk to, every single client, every single friend, every single family member, black, white, left, right, like everyone is struggling. Everyone is saying like, we can't do this. We cannot keep doing this. And what's so fucked up is that we have two options. We can either be miserable every day of our lives because all we do is dwell on the fact that this is so objectively fucked up, and it is. We're just acknowledging reality. Or we can try and just accept this shittiness for what it is, knowing that there's no immediate solution, and dwelling on it just makes us miserable. So we can be miserable because we can't afford anything, or be extra miserable because we can't afford anything, and also hate the fact that this is the way shit is. You guys.
Well, why can't you guys just save up your money instead of buying Starbucks and going out to eat and just buy a starter home like we did and then work your way up? 2019, I got this house. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, double wide. Trailer trash. Yes, I am proud of it. It was $77,000. You know how much this exact house is from the same company now? Guess. $130,000 for this house. That doesn't include the concrete pad. That doesn't include the septic. That doesn't include the well because I live in East Bumfuck nowhere. But yes, it's the Starbucks. It's too much Mickey D's. It's going to have fun every now and then. I'm so sick of these fucking boomers who literally will not pass any wealth down to their kids because they need to pull up their bootstraps. They don't even have enough money for retirement. They don't even have any money to bury themselves in the ground. There'll be bodies of them everywhere stacked up. But yes, it's our bad spending habits. Yep.
Most people aren't living wide open lifestyles with tons of extra spending anymore. They're already operating on a stripped down version of life where almost every expense has a purpose. Rent is usually the biggest one, and after that it's food, gas, and bills with very little flexibility. When people say quote unquote just cut back, it assumes there's still a lot of extra spending sitting around. But for a lot of people, that extra layer already got removed a long time ago. So the idea of budgeting feels less like optimization and more like deciding what basic need needs to be reduced. And that's where things start to feel mentally draining. Because you're not upgrading your life, you're just trying to keep it stable. Even small lifestyle things start to feel like they come with guilt attached. At that point, it's not really about discipline anymore. It's about what's even left to remove. And when the only options are cutting essentials, people stop seeing it as a real solution.
They have honestly conditioned people to think that you're supposed to get up, go to your 9 to 5, get off, and go to another 9 to 5. Get off that 9 to 5 and hustle and sleep for a couple hours. Because when it comes to these jobs and the way they are hiring grown-ass adults, that's the only way I can think about it. Like, it's no way you can expect me to pay my bills on this low-ass wage and then have the audacity to give me a couple hours. Like, that shit don't make no sense. Like, none of this shit makes sense. And you got motherfuckers on my motherfucking comments talking about working this and that. You want me to work all motherfucking day? When am I supposed to live? When are we supposed to live? Like, y'all are just used to working, grinding. Nobody wants to be in motherfucking survival mode all the fucking time. Like, that shit is not fair. It's not cool. It don't make no motherfucking sense. You got motherfuckers out here with good jobs making nothing. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Please tell me how Wisconsin people are surviving right now with the cost of everything going up. I'm talking about groceries, gas, utilities, housing, whether you're renting, mortgage, property taxes. How is everyone surviving with We Energies? It seems like they're keep increasing the cost of things here in Wisconsin. And I cannot believe even just using the same amount of electricity every month, the bill still has gone up exponentially. The wages are not keeping up. They're basically paying like they were 10 years ago. Somehow we're supposed to be like, yeah, we're fine, but we're all in survival mode, trying to figure out how to make sure that we pay everything on time every single month. But something has to change. What is your biggest struggle bill? What is the bill that is a pain every single month?
What the fuck are people supposed to do? Seriously, anybody who's out here like, just go get a job, clearly has absolutely no understanding of what job hunting is like in 2025, 2026, like at all. I have been working with people who are doing all of the right things. They're doing all of the things they're supposed to be doing. They're putting in applications. They're going into places to meet people. They're networking. They're doing all of the things that we tell them to do. And it's not working. Even for the ones that it is working for, the jobs don't pay enough to actually afford paying rent. What are people supposed to do? Everybody wants to get rid of the problem, but nobody actually wants to do anything to fucking address it in a real way. I'm fucking sick of this shit. Like, these conversations are way past the point of we shouldn't be having them anymore. Like, it's unnecessary that we're still here. It's not like we don't have the fucking resources. So, seriously, tell me, what the fuck are people supposed to do?
A number like 70,000 used to sound like full stability, like you had room to breathe and build something. Now in a lot of places, that same income barely covers the basics without stress. The gap isn't just about income going up slowly, it's about costs accelerating in the background for years. Housing alone can take up a huge portion of paychecks before anything else is even considered. So even full-time work doesn't automatically translate into feeling secure anymore. That's why people describe it as survival mode, because it feels like everything is already allocated before the month even starts. There's no real buffer for mistakes, emergencies, or even normal life changes anymore. And when that becomes the baseline experience, it changes how people think about work entirely. It stops feeling like you're building forward and starts feeling like you're maintaining a position. So the frustration isn't just about money, it's about effort not matching outcome anymore.